I'm joined now by Sameer Shariff, CEO and founder of Impelsys. Sameer, thank you very much for being with us.
Thank you for having me.
So, do publishers need to become tech companies these days?
I think publishers, as book publishing goes from print to e, they have to be a software company, but do they need to be a tech company? I think in terms of execution, do they need the tech skill sets? No, I think they have partners that they can work with, but they need to understand their content and how to leverage the technology platform to deliver the content in the most appropriate way. So if it means putting interactive pieces into that piece of content, then they need to understand that content and their end market really well. And then, do they need engineers to build that? Not necessarily. They need partners that can help them build it. So I think they need to approach in terms of their content, leveraging technology, and saying, yes, it is software. How do we best deliver that content to the end consumer, and maximize that value of the content to what the end consumer is trying to do. So yes, they are. As it moves from print to e, publishers will become a software company, but they wouldn't need the engineers.
Sure.
They'd have partners.
Right.
But they need to understand their content and how content is used and consumed.
No, it's a good distinction between software and tech necessarily. So, the importance of a digital-first workflow has been preached for a few years now. Have publishers gotten that message? Are they going digital-first now?
Yes, they've gotten that message. I think it's just that change takes time. People talk about XML first, but from the big billion-dollar publishers to the small publisher. But there's just so much, just legacy culture within these organizations, and they still. Most publishers, most of their revenues are still print. So you've got this battle of where it's print still is a big chunk, but e is growing fast. So you've got that battle. So, and they need to have XML first. So they are changing, and it's happening, but it's not happening overnight. But it's slowly happening, and I think it's taking its time. But yes, publishers are making focused on XML first, but it hasn't happened yet in a majority of publishers.
Sure.
But it's a slow transition towards that, and I think as e becomes a majority of their revenues,
it'll make much more sense then, right? Yeah.
Correct.
Yeah, it'll be pretty clear.
Correct.
Now, how do you see apps and ebooks evolving? Are they going to remain separate entities? Do you see them becoming some sort of hybrid product?
I think, you take an ebook, an app, and we're now talking in the app tablet world, where you've got the App Store and the Android marketplaces and all that. So the ebook in that is just a book within the iBookstore, or in I guess the Apple, the Amazon Books app. I think an app is going to be separate from an ebook, because take an app as a piece of software. It's a container. And what you can do, you can innovate a lot more within that. From an ebook perspective, it's the limitations today now with EPUB 3, you can do a lot more. But an app can do even more than that. So think of the app as a container, which you can do a lot more in terms of functionality, in terms of providing more information and more feature sets than the ebook. So I think they will be separate, and there'll be two different products. Yes, the ebook of today was like the app of yesterday.
Sure.
So but the app benchmark is now pushed further. Now ebooks have to catch up. Maybe in a year, the ebook today will be what app today is. But then next year, the apps will be that much further along.
Sure. So last question for you. How do you see the need for conversion evolving? Will it dissipate, or is there always going to be yet another format that is going to have a conversion part to it?
The question is, what kind of time frame are you talking about? I'm looking at next 2 to 3 years.
Sure.
That's really what matters right now. Will it dissipate in the next 5 or 10 years? Might, based on what software innovation there is. But what we're seeing is it's not going to dissipate. There will be conversion software. There is we work with hundreds of publishers, and that's their challenge. I mean, they can't do it themselves. There is conversion shops that do it, and there's, now the big thing is about EPUB 3. Now with the Apple iBookstore, and there's a new format there.
Right.
So it's I think it's not going to be completely automated. There is going to be some element of manual intervention to just figure it out. But in the next 2 to 3 years, definitely not.
Right. Well, thanks so much for being with us.
Thank you
Appreciate
very
taking the
much.
time.